Now, if we check out our store by going to online store and clicking on the I here, we can see that we have a nice logo, R&J deal, and then the URL itself says Robin-3409. That's just not nice at all. So if you've created your logo and you figure out the name for your store, it's time to, well, make it official and put that store name into the URL. So this is really the time where you should have figured out the store name. And if you have a better idea than currently, just go back to the logo lecture and create a new logo. I mean, it's this quickly basically to do it. So let's go to the back end of our store, and then we're going to go down to settings, and then we're going to go down until we see domains. And here we have three different options rather. If you already have a domain for whatever reason, maybe you're coming from WordPress or Wix or Squarespace, you can connect that domain name that you currently have by clicking here, connect existing domain. You're gonna get a tutorial for that. But the easiest and fastest way is just to click on buy a new domain if you don't have one. Now, if you've done this procedure before, you can go to GoDaddy.com. It's gonna save you maybe $1 per year, and it's gonna be a more difficult setup. So if you know how to do that, you can go to GoDaddy.com, buy a domain name there, then get some pointers down here, instructions for popular registers, and show you how to connect from GoDaddy to Shopify. In my opinion, your time is essential. My time is essential. For $1, or sometimes GoDaddy is even more expensive, I'm just gonna stick with Shopify. So I'm gonna click on buy new domain up here, and I'm gonna try out the domain name. So of course it's gonna be RNJ deal for us. Now here's the thing, the most trusted domain name is usually .com. So if you were to search for something crazy, like just as an example, let's say that I search for Nike. Of course, Nike.com already exists. It's gonna say unavailable. Let's press show the next 10. There are always gonna be some subdomains or some extensions rather that is going to be available. Here we have one, Nike.allsuch. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. So you can get that one for $64 here. And there's gonna be other ones, .at, .attorney, auction. Here's one, .barcelona. Those kind of extensions aren't very trustworthy. What you want to do is you want to match your logo with your domain name and preferably use a .com extension. And we're in luck, because if you look at rnjdeal.com, we're going to see that it's available. So we are going to use that, and I recommend that you use a .com too. So I'm going to click on buy, and then it says the order summary, how much it's going to cost is $14 per year, which is no money, you know, for getting a professional business up and running. And then auto renew this domain every year. You want to have this checked, because if you're going to have your business up and running, you don't want your stores to go down just because you decided not to have it auto renew for $14 per year. So make sure that you keep this one in check. And then we're just going to click on buy domain. There we go. So now it's asking me to verify my email address. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So first of all, remember what I told you in the taxes lecture? Here's the bill. You're going to want to click on view bill and download that invoice and put it in the expenses folder. All these good practices starts now. So it took about 2 minutes, but here it is, the email I'm looking for. So it says verify your information by following the steps provided in the link. Okay, so I'm just gonna click on the link, and then I'm gonna go down and click on verify information. And there we go, it's been verified. Now I can close this tab. And as we can see, we have rnjdeal.com connected. Very, very, very nice, and it's on auto renew. So I'm just gonna go ahead and check it out. Here's our page before, here's the URL before. Now I'm just gonna update it, and it's taking me to rnjdeal.com/password. Of course, our store is still password protected, but we can see that rnjdeal.com is now fully functional and working. So that's super exciting. So in order to know that yours is also working, you should be taken to a site that says this, rnjdeal.com/password. Don't worry about it if it says not secure. The SSL, the lock, it can take a couple of hours to connect, but you're going to have a completely safe and encrypted site and should be completely ready to go. So make sure you buy your domain name and have it settled for a store name already, and then we'll move on to the next lecture. See you there.